We are right now in Morbi in Gujarat, where a extremely tragic incident happened yesterday when a cable bridge collapsed into the river Machu, where we are right now, and about 140 people have lost their lives. This is what we know so far. Now we are on the spot, and I can tell you that the rescue operations have been going on since last night. Teams of SDRF, NDRF, best swimmers and divers from the state were all rushed into the spot. In fact, all the units of defense, that the Army, Navy, and the Air Force were also rushed in, and they swung into action from last night. This incident happened at about 6:30 in the evening when a cable bridge, which is right in front, right just above the river Machu, it collapsed, and it was a cable bridge which was a historical bridge in Morbi in Gujarat. This bridge is about 100 years old, and this was in a dilapidated condition. In this year, March, the government realized that this bridge needs to be renovated, and a private company called the Oreva Group was given the government tender to renovate this entire project. But there were certain protocols which the government need to follow, where there were certain protocols which the private company needed to follow, which were not followed, and that is why this such a tragic incident happened. Now we have been told by the municipal corporation officials that Oreva Group uh, opened the bridge after the innovation, for public use on 26th of October, when it was the new year for the state of Gujarat. But municipal corporation chief has also very categorically told NDTV that the Oreva Group did not procure the fitness certificate or the quality check certificate which they should have according to the protocol. But the major question here is that how can a private company just throw open a bridge, a public infrastructure bridge for public, without keeping the government officials and the municipal corporation officials in the loop? So clearly, a lot of questions being raised to the government, and rightly so. But so far, I will tell you, on the ground, the situation is quite intense and grim. So far, 140 people have been confirmed dead. About more than 100 people are admitted in the nearby district hospitals with severe injuries. Hundreds of people are still unaccounted for, because when the bridge collapsed, there were more than 400 people on the bridge. And I will tell you that this bridge has the capacity of only taking up to 100 to 150 people. So the bridge was overcrowded in the first place, but the people on the bridge were common people like you and me. And mostly children and women who were doing Chhat Puja rituals when this tragic incident happened. But these people were never stopped by any kind of authority, from going to the bridge. Had they been stopped from going to the bridge in the first place, this entire incident could have been averted. But there were no municipal corporation officials, or there were no government officials present on the ground when the tragic incident happened and when the bridge collapsed. Now I will again ask my camera person to pan around and show you that this is a very long bridge, which is situated on river Machu here in Morbi in Gujarat. And the river also, you can see the depth of the river and the length of the river, is it's a very lengthy river, and there are seaweeds, there are plants in the river, which makes the entire rescue operation even more difficult for the rescue teams. Now the rescue operation has been going on ever since this tragedy happened, from 7 p.m. last evening. But still, there are people who are unaccounted for. And as much as we hope for the best to happen, the unfortunate reality on the ground and the bitter truth is that even the rescue teams have lost hopes, and they are saying whoever was alive have already been rescued. Now they are only recovering dead bodies, which means that the death toll in all likelihood will go up. 140 people have already been declared dead in this tragedy, and it's a huge number. And all these people were common people, mostly women and children. Many of them were migrant workers from the state of Bihar, from the state of UP, who came to Gujarat to earn a little money, to keep their families afloat, to make ends meet. But these people did not know that, during the festival season on Chhat Puja, they will lost their lives. And 140, which means 140 families. It's a huge number. It's a unprecedented tragedy which could have been averted if the government officials, if the authorities followed the protocol which they should have followed. But right now, the entire administration is trying to pin the blame on this private company named Oreva Group, which was given the tender, given the government contract to renovate this particular bridge, as the bridge was in a very dilapidated condition. But the Oreva Group did not procure the fitness certificate or the quality check certificate before opening it for public. This is what the municipal corporation officials are telling us. But it is very important to question the government on the criminal negligence as to why, the 400 people were allowed on this bridge, which doesn't have the capacity of taking 400 people in the first place. And where were the government officials? Why were they not aware of such a big loophole taking place right under their noses? So these are all questions we are continuously asking the government officials. But on the ground, I will tell you that including the three units of defense, which is the army, navy, and air force, all of them are on the ground doing their bit to expedite the rescue operations. Apart from them, teams of several teams of NDRF, SDRF, best of divers and swimmers from the state have all rushed into the spot. They are trying their best to basically recover all the dead bodies as soon as possible. And but as we speak, more dead bodies are being recovered. And the major setback here is that most of the people, when they fell into the river, they lost consciousness and they drowned. Rescue operations only started after 2 to 3 hours of the incident, and by then most of the people drowned, and that is, is one of the reasons why the death toll has risen so much. And 140 people have still are confirmed dead as of now. I will again ask my camera person to pan around and show you that this is the situation on the ground right now. It's already 10 a.m. It's been more than 7 hours that the rescue operations are on. All kinds of team, all divers, swimmers, NDRF, SDRF are doing their best to rescue people and recover as many dead bodies as they can. Government officials have told us that the families have been informed and they have asked to come and basically collect the dead bodies. Just imagine such a tragic, moment for the families of those. And this kind of incident has not just been seen in Gujarat in the recent history. The entire country has not witnessed a tragedy of this intensity in the recent past, where 140 people at least have lost their lives because the government, the authorities, did not pay heed to the protocols which they should have followed. And Tanushri Pandey with camera person Rajnikant reporting from Gujarat for NTTV.